will dive into ancient history just because that's what we do from time to time, and it is the off season now. So let's understand something. So Ohio State lost this game. There were some calls that went against them. We could argue them until kingdom come because they are arguable calls. They weren't blatantly missed, nor were they blatantly correct. They were arguable calls to varying degrees. Okay, if we go back to 2002, so I believe that most of the people that have a gripe from the Miami standpoint in the 2003 Fiesta Bowl and the pass interference call that was made in the right corner of the end zone, let's understand one thing. I've watched that play probably not as many times as Steve has, but I've watched it dozens and dozens of times. My thought on the play is that maybe it wasn't necessarily pass interference with the ball in the air, but that defensive back grabbed Gamble and held him by the jersey with both fists. So the holding call versus the pass interference would have had the same result. First down at the 2-yard line. And that would have been the correct call in my eyes. And I watched that play a zillion times. Number two, as this fine gentleman, Henry, points out here, because this is rarely brought up. If you go back to the previous possession, Ohio State was nursing a 3-point lead. They had the ball with about 3 minutes left in their own end. They had a third down play in which they threw a pass to Gamble on the right sideline. He was number one inbounds, and this is before replay, of course. Number two, he was interfered with blatantly. He was held by the jersey. Ohio State didn't get the first down, had to punt the ball, and of course Miami had time to come down and score with seconds left to push
field goal at the end. Yeah.
So there are not just the famous calls that are missed, or maybe not missed, but there are other calls that get brushed aside that they could have changed the game as well.
Yeah, you're right. I think, again, that was a penalty. I think the guy was emphatic with this call. He maybe didn't throw the flag, but as he's walking in there, he is determined to go tell the referee what happened, and in no uncertain terms. I mean, people can say what they want about that play from, what would that be, 17 years ago now. 17 years ago to yesterday. Yeah. They won the championship on January the 3rd of 2003. Again, like we said, Miami kind of has the same argument Ohio State has. Don't put yourself in that position like that. To where, I mean, they trailed most of that game and were essentially, in a manner of speaking, lucky that they were able to push the game to overtime, as it all turned out. If you were the best team in the country that year, you shouldn't have been in that position. And I think that's kind of I'll use that on Ohio State in 2019. If you were the best team in the country, you don't let a team, you don't fail in the red zone miserably like you did, and you don't let a team come back from a 16-0 lead, and you don't make critical mistakes like roughing the punter and letting the quarterback, not accounting for the quarterback run. I mean, we knew the guy was a decent enough runner. I mean, who's the best running quarterback of our day? I don't know, but they made Trevor Lawrence look like that.